Have you ever wondered why some people at 70 can walk with energy, carry groceries with ease, and even travel the world, while others of the same age struggle with pain, fatigue, or constant illness? What makes the difference? Is it just luck, or is there something we can all do to age with strength and dignity? Today, I'll tell you a story that might change the way you think about aging. And along the way, we'll uncover 5 of the most powerful yet gentle exercises for seniors. Movements that protect your joints, keep your heart healthy, and help you enjoy life without pain. But before I share the exercises, let me tell you about 2 friends, Robert and Samuel. The story of Robert and Samuel. Robert and Samuel grew up in the same small town. They were neighbors, went to the same school, even worked at the same factory for years. At 65, they both retired. At that moment, their lives looked almost identical. Same age, same background, similar health. But something interesting happened as the years passed. By age 70, Robert was still driving his wife to the park, gardening every weekend, and even playing soccer with his grandkids. His energy seemed endless. Samuel, on the other hand, began to struggle. He had frequent back pain, difficulty standing for too long, and climbing stairs left him short of breath. What was the difference? It wasn't money, it wasn't genetics. It was the daily choices they made about movement, food, and mindset. The turning point. When Robert retired, he promised himself he would not become an old man sitting in a chair all day. He started walking every morning, just 15 minutes at first. He learned some simple stretches from a community class, and slowly he discovered that exercise was not about pushing weights in the gym, but about keeping his body free from stiffness and pain. Samuel, on the other hand, believed rest was the best medicine. "I've worked hard all my life," he would say. "Now I deserve to relax." He spent more time in front of the TV and less time moving his body. One chose activity, the other chose inactivity. And that choice made all the difference. Why exercise matters after 65. Here's what science tells us. After the age of 30, we naturally lose muscle mass, up to 5% per decade. By age 70, if we don't actively fight it, this loss becomes serious. Weak muscles mean weaker bones, slower balance, higher risk of falls, and more joint pain. But the good news is, we can reverse much of this decline. Studies show that even people in their 80s or 90s can rebuild strength and flexibility if they move regularly. So let me share with you 5 of the best exercises seniors need for a pain-free life. These are movements Robert swore by, and maybe, just maybe, they can help you feel younger too. Exercise number 1, gentle walking. It sounds simple, but walking is one of the most powerful medicines for the human body. Just 20 to 30 minutes of walking 5 days a week lowers the risk of heart disease, improves circulation, strengthens leg muscles, and even sharpens memory. Robert made walking a ritual. Every morning, rain or shine, he put on his shoes and walked around the neighborhood. He didn't treat it as exercise, he treated it as his daily appointment with health. If you can, start small. Even 10 minutes around the block counts. Over time, you'll notice your breathing becomes easier and your energy lasts longer. Now here's my challenge. If walking is already part of your life, write the number 1 in the comments. Let's see how many of you are already on this path. Exercise number 2, chair squats. One of the biggest fears of aging is losing independence, the ability to sit down, stand up, and move without help. That's why chair squats are so important. Here's how to do it. 1. Stand in front of a sturdy chair. 2. Lower yourself slowly, as if sitting down, but before touching the seat, push yourself back up. 3. Do this 10 times or as many as you can safely. This movement strengthens the thighs and hips, the very muscles you use for getting up from bed, using the toilet, or climbing stairs. Robert used to joke, "Every squat I do today means one less time my grandson has to pull me up tomorrow." Now, if you think chair squats are something you'd try, type the number 2 in the comments. Exercise number 3, arm raises with light weights. Strong arms don't just make you look fit, they help you carry groceries, lift grandchildren, and protect your shoulders from stiffness. You don't need heavy dumbbells. Even a pair of water bottles will do. Here's how. 1. Sit or stand tall. 2. Hold the bottles at your sides. Slowly raise them to shoulder height, then lower them back down. Do this 10 to 15 times. The key is slow, controlled movement. Robert loved doing this while watching the evening news. He turned a passive activity into a healthy routine. If you agree this is practical, write the number 3 in the comments. Exercise number 4, gentle stretching for flexibility. Flexibility is often ignored, but it's the secret to staying pain-free. Tight muscles cause joint pain, back stiffness, and poor posture. A simple stretch. While standing, place your hands on a wall. Step 1 foot back and gently push your heel toward the floor. Feel the stretch in your calf. Hold for 20 seconds, then switch sides. Another. Sit tall in a chair. Slowly turn your torso to the right, hold, then to the left. This keeps your spine mobile. Samuel, who ignored stretching, often complained of back pain. Robert, who stretched daily, rarely had such issues. If flexibility is what you need most, comment with the number 4. Exercise number 5 is breathing and balance training. Balance is the line between independence and dependence. Falls are one of the leading causes of serious injury in seniors, but balance training can cut that risk dramatically. Here's a simple drill. Stand near a wall or chair for support. Lift 1 foot off the ground and hold for 10 seconds. Switch sides. Combine this with deep breathing. Inhale through the nose, hold for 2 seconds, exhale slowly. This not only trains your balance, but also calms your nervous system and improves oxygen flow. Robert practiced this while brushing his teeth, 2 minutes a day that paid off for years. If you believe balance is key, type the number 5 in the comments. Nutrition and recovery, the hidden key. Now, exercise alone is not enough. Robert knew that food was medicine. He ate more vegetables, fish, nuts, and whole grains, and limited sugary drinks. He treated protein as fuel for his muscles: beans, chicken, eggs, or tofu. Samuel, however, leaned on processed snacks and soda. His body never had the building blocks it needed to repair itself. Remember this: muscles are built in the kitchen as much as in the gym. Without good nutrition, exercise becomes half as effective. Mental health, the silent foundation. And here's something many people forget: mental health. Robert joined a local seniors club. He laughed, played cards, and kept learning new skills. His mind stayed sharp because he never stopped challenging it. Samuel grew isolated. He avoided social gatherings, saying, "I'm too old for that." Over time, loneliness weighed heavier on him than any physical illness. Science backs this up. Loneliness increases the risk of heart disease, depression, and even dementia. Staying socially and mentally active is just as important as exercise. Prevention is easier than cure. You see, the big difference between Robert and Samuel was not fate, it was prevention. Robert treated every walk, every stretch, every meal as an investment in his future. Samuel postponed action until pain arrived, but by then, much damage was already done. The truth is, you have power over how you age, and it's never too late to start.
Whether you're 50, 60, or even 80, your body can respond positively to small, consistent changes. Call to action. So here's my question for you. Which of the 5 exercises spoke to you the most? Walking, chair squats, arm raises, stretching, or balance training? Pick your number and write it in the comments. If you agree with number 3, type 3. If you need more balance, type 5. Choose the one that connects most with your life, and let's build a community of people committed to aging with strength. And if you found even one tip valuable, don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because together we can spread the message that aging doesn't mean slowing down, it means living smarter. Closing story. At 85, Robert attended his granddaughter's wedding. He stood tall, walked her proudly down the aisle, and even danced a little. People whispered, "Can you believe he's 85?" Samuel sadly could not attend. His health kept him confined to his home. The choices we make today create the stories we tell tomorrow. So which story do you want for your future? Remember this, age is inevitable, but how we age, that is a choice. Stay strong, stay moving, stay alive in every sense of the word.